An important update has been confirmed that directly affects millions of Americans who depend on Social Security. Federal authorities have now verified that an additional Social Security payment has been approved for distribution this month, and this decision has successfully completed the final stage of the legislative process. This development carries significant weight for retirees, disabled beneficiaries, survivors, and others who rely on these monthly benefits to cover their daily living expenses. In this update, every detail will be explained using simple and straightforward language so that every viewer can understand what this extra payment means, who it may apply to, how it could arrive, and what practical steps should be taken moving forward. The approval of an additional Social Security payment is not a decision made lightly. Social Security stands as one of the largest and most carefully managed federal programs in the United States. Any change involving extra funds, adjustments, or supplemental distributions must undergo formal legislative review and receive official authorization before it can be implemented. Now that final approval has been granted, the administrative process of distributing these funds can proceed according to the established payment systems already utilized by the Social Security Administration. This ensures that the extra payment is processed in a structured and secure manner, minimizing confusion and maintaining reliability for all beneficiaries. It is essential to understand that this extra payment remains separate from regular monthly Social Security benefits. Regular benefits are calculated based on work history, lifetime earnings, and the age at which a person began collecting. Those payments follow a predictable schedule each month. An extra payment, by contrast, is typically authorized to address broader financial pressures, cost adjustments, or specific legislative measures designed to provide temporary relief. In this particular instance, the approved payment is intended to offer added financial support during a period when many seniors and disabled Americans continue to experience elevated living costs. Over the past several years, rising expenses for groceries, housing, utilities, medical services, and prescription medications have placed additional strain on fixed incomes. Even with annual cost of living adjustments, many beneficiaries report that monthly increases do not always fully offset real-world expenses. When lawmakers approve an extra payment, it is often a recognition that more immediate financial support is necessary. This additional amount is structured to supplement, not replace, the existing monthly benefit that recipients already depend upon. The extra payment is expected to follow the same secure distribution channels used for regular Social Security benefits. For individuals who receive direct deposit into a bank account, funds are typically transferred electronically without any additional action required. For those who receive paper checks, the payment will follow standard mailing procedures. The administrative system already in place allows the Social Security Administration to process millions of payments efficiently and with minimal delay once authorization is finalized. Understanding eligibility is also essential for those wondering whether they will receive this payment. Social Security covers multiple categories of beneficiaries, including retired workers, individuals receiving disability benefits, survivors of deceased workers, and those receiving supplemental security income. While legislative language determines the exact scope of eligibility, historically, when an extra payment is authorized broadly, it includes individuals currently receiving Social Security retirement benefits and Social Security disability insurance. Supplemental security income recipients may also be included depending on how the legislation is structured. Federal authorities typically coordinate distribution to ensure that payments reach eligible beneficiaries simultaneously or within a closely aligned time frame. For many retirees, budgeting is a monthly necessity. Mortgage payments, rent, insurance premiums, property taxes, and healthcare costs require careful planning. An extra Social Security payment can offer temporary breathing room. Some individuals may choose to apply the additional funds toward overdue bills, while others may use it to replenish savings that were previously drawn down due to inflation or emergency expenses. The flexibility of the extra payment allows beneficiaries to determine how it best serves their immediate needs. As this final stage of approval moves into implementation, it is helpful to understand how the administrative process works behind the scenes. Once legislation authorizing an extra Social Security payment is finalized, the responsibility shifts from the legislative branch to the agencies that manage benefit distribution. The Social Security Administration operates one of the largest payment systems in the world, issuing monthly benefits to tens of millions of Americans. That system is built to handle recurring payments with precision and consistency. When an extra payment is added, internal systems must be adjusted to calculate eligibility, confirm recipient status, and schedule deposits according to established financial protocols. This coordination ensures that funds are delivered accurately and securely. The administrative process begins with identifying all individuals who are actively receiving qualifying benefits at the time of authorization. Eligibility is typically determined based on current beneficiary status, meaning individuals who are already approved and receiving Social Security retirement, disability, or survivor benefits are automatically included if the legislative language specifies broad coverage. Supplemental Security income recipients may also be included depending on how the measure is structured. Because the Social Security Administration maintains updated records of active beneficiaries, there is generally no need for individuals to file a separate claim or application to receive the extra payment. The automation of this process reduces confusion and ensures that those who depend on these funds do not face additional bureaucratic steps. Payment scheduling remains aligned with the existing framework used for monthly distributions. Social Security benefits are usually paid according to birth dates or specific program categories, and that structured calendar helps prevent system overload. When an extra payment is introduced, agencies often coordinate distribution to coincide with a regular payment cycle or to follow closely after one. This approach minimizes administrative disruption and allows beneficiaries to anticipate the arrival of funds within a familiar time frame. For most recipients using direct deposit, the additional amount will appear electronically in the same bank account used for regular benefits. Electronic transfer remains the fastest and most secure method of distribution, reducing the risk of delays or lost checks. For those who receive paper checks, standard mailing procedures apply. While electronic payments tend to process more quickly, mailed payments follow secure printing and distribution channels designed to protect beneficiary information. Minor timing variations can occur depending on postal operations, but the structured process ensures that funds are delivered within expected time windows. Beneficiaries are encouraged to remain patient during distribution periods, recognizing that nationwide payment releases can involve millions of transactions processed simultaneously. Understanding how this extra payment interacts with overall benefit calculations is also important. The additional amount does not permanently alter an individual's base monthly benefit unless explicitly structured as an adjustment. In most cases, the payment functions as a supplemental distribution intended to provide temporary financial support. Regular monthly benefit amounts will continue according to established schedules, including any previously announced cost of living adjustments. This distinction helps beneficiaries avoid confusion about future payment expectations and supports accurate budgeting for upcoming months. Economic pressures continue to influence household finances across the country. Inflation has affected essential goods and services, including food, housing, transportation, and healthcare. Many retirees rely heavily on Social Security as their primary source of income, and even small fluctuations in expenses can significantly impact monthly budgets. An extra payment can provide short-term relief that helps stabilize household finances. For some individuals, it may cover accumulated utility bills or insurance premiums. For others, it may replenish emergency savings that were reduced due to unexpected medical expenses. The flexibility of the additional funds allows beneficiaries to prioritize their most urgent needs. It is equally important to address the issue of financial security and fraud prevention. Whenever news spreads about additional Social Security payments, there is an increased risk of scams targeting seniors and disabled beneficiaries. Fraudulent callers or messages may claim that personal information is required to activate the payment or request fees in exchange for faster processing. These claims are false. Official Social Security payments do not require upfront fees, gift cards, wire transfers, or personal banking updates through unsolicited communication. Beneficiaries should rely only on official notices and avoid sharing sensitive information in response to unexpected calls or messages. Protecting personal data remains essential during periods of heightened public attention. Tax considerations may also enter financial planning discussions. Social Security benefits can be subject to federal income taxation depending on overall household income levels. While many retirees fall below thresholds that trigger significant taxation, those with additional sources of income may wish to maintain records of the extra payment for year-end reporting. The additional amount could slightly affect total annual income calculations, but for most recipients, it will not create dramatic changes in tax liability. Keeping organized financial records supports accurate reporting and peace of mind during tax season. Long-term sustainability of Social Security continues to be a national priority. Supplemental payments such as this one are generally structured to provide targeted support without altering the fundamental framework of the program. Policymakers weigh short-term relief against long-term solvency considerations, ensuring that additional distributions do not compromise the stability of future benefits. The system's design emphasizes reliability, consistency, and protection for current and upcoming retirees. An extra payment serves as a temporary measure within that broader framework, rather than a permanent restructuring of benefits. For many Americans, Social Security represents decades of contributions through payroll taxes during their working years. Retirement benefits are earned through lifetime participation in the workforce. Disability and survivor benefits provide protection during life's most difficult circumstances. The approval of an additional payment reflects recognition of ongoing financial challenges faced by these beneficiaries. While it may not solve every economic concern, it represents tangible assistance that acknowledges the importance of stable income for seniors and disabled individuals. Careful budgeting remains essential even when additional funds arrive. Applying the extra payment toward essential expenses can reduce financial stress in the months ahead. Paying down high-interest debt, covering overdue bills, or setting aside funds for upcoming medical appointments can create greater stability beyond the immediate distribution period. Thoughtful planning ensures that temporary relief translates into meaningful financial resilience. The distribution process follows established systems to ensure accuracy and security, and most beneficiaries will receive the payment automatically through their existing method of delivery. By understanding how the process works, maintaining financial awareness, and protecting personal information, recipients can make the most of this supplemental support. Social Security remains a cornerstone of financial stability for retirees, disabled workers, and survivors, and this extra payment reinforces the commitment to supporting those who rely on it.
Yeah, grind mode on, can't kill my drive. Turn the pressure up, I come alive. Grind mode on, I don't fold, I don't quit. Hunger in my chest, every beat I commit. Eyes on the prize, no sleep till it's won. World in my hands when the grind mode's on. Wake up with a vision, I'm locked on the target. Turn pain into fuel, I'm a flame, I spark it. No shortcuts here, I embrace every test. Pressure on my shoulders, still I handle it best. I was made for the climb, every loss, every scar. Built me in the steel, now I shine like a star. If the road gets rough, I just double my speed. Ambition on 10, I was born to lead. Grind mode on, I don't fold, I don't quit. Hunger in my chest, every beat I commit. Eyes on the prize, no sleep till it's won. World in my hands when the grind mode's on. They said limits exist, but I shattered the frame. Every wall in my path is just fuel for the frame. Discipline heavy, but my spirit is free. I don't chase success, success chases me. I'm the storm and the calm, I'm the rise, I'm the proof. Every bar that I drop is the grind in the booth. Blood, sweat, tears, that's the code I trust. I don't wait for the crown, I earn it, I must.